many students face this problem ki which subject to opt, and a selection of optional is a very difficult task. It is a very tricky task. So what points you share with these students ki ye points yaad rakho, these can help you to select the optional.
But we should know where to stop actually, and that way to stop will come from understanding PYQs and looking at topaz copies.
In terms of what people should do to clear this exam is just going back to basics.
Before starting your subject preparations, I think that it's important to just have a look on the PYQs, like simple questions, like try to understand what the exam is actually demanding.
Class notes are your basics from where you can build upon through maybe value addition, current affairs, adding the test discussions, maybe anything new that you have found, interesting that you have found, relevant to the exam that you have found, and consolidating it along with the notes. So it's complement.
So I followed 80-20 rule, or say 1 minus e to the power minus x curve. 80% of the question will come from 20% of the syllabus, and 20% of the question will come from 80% of the syllabus.
So today we have toppers with us, Civil Services 2024 examination.
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद नायाब अंजुम है। मैं पूर्णिया बिहार से आता हूँ। मैंने ग्रेजुएशन जामिया मिलिया इस्लामिया से की है सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में, और मेरा ऑप्शनल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी है। दिस ईयर माय रैंक वाज 292 एंड लास्ट ईयर आई बिन टू इनटू डिफेंस अकाउंट सर्विस। और यहाँ पे मैं 2021-22 बैच में था, और जो एक्सपीरियंस रहा इट वाज वेरी ग्रेट, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं रहा कि 21-22 के बाद मैं डीअटैच हो गया, क्योंकि पूरी कंटिन्यूटी रही नेक्स्ट आईएएस के साथ 3 साल की अब तक। और सारी चीज़ों में सर से, आपसे भी मैं लास्ट ईयर में इंटरव्यू में मिला था बहुत बार, और बाकी टीचर से भी, तो इट वाज ग्रेट। इट वाज लाइक ए फैमिली, क्योंकि मैं जब भी आता हूँ यहाँ पे तो वो ऐसा ही लगता है मुझे। तो थैंक यू सर।
My name is Rahul Shekhar. I belong to Pantnagar, Uttarakhand, and I have completed my BTech in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Kanpur. Presently, I am working in Central Public Works Department through Engineering Services. And at Next IS, I was enrolled in Prelims Mains Foundation course and all other corresponding courses, say optional test series, mains test series, IGP, etc. For Next IS, I would say, since I was working, I had very little time to prepare every day. So I followed 80-20 rule, or say 1 minus e to the power minus x curve. That means 80% of the question will come from 20% of the syllabus, and 20% of the question will come from 80% of the syllabus. So in that sense, having a very concise, precise notes that I prepared over a course of through the lectures, I didn't refer any other source. So I trusted that, and it paid off. So that is what I would say.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Tushar Singh. I come from Bulandshahr, UP. I've done my graduation from Hindu College in History Honours. I passed out in 2023 and I took the program for foundation course for prelims 2024. This was my first attempt and my rank is 385. Next IS foundation course was very helpful for me tackling my Akeli seal, which were like economy and science and tech. And the test series especially helped me a lot, and the IGP program was really helpful in tackling the nitty-gritties of the interview, and the module on the states were especially very much helpful. Thank you.
It was your first attempt? Yes. Okay, great. Yeah.
Sir, my name is Rahul Kumar Chaudhary. I am from Patna, Bihar. Sir, I have scored 876 rank in 2024, and I have missed by 1 marks in the final list in 2023 itself. This is my second attempt. I was in B7 batch 2022-23. And regarding Next IS, sir, Next IS, as I have said to you, that it's one of my family also. Every teachers I have been in touch with let's say Azaz sir and Vibhas Jha sir, I have been always been in touch with these teachers, and they're very helpful, sir. And sitting here, I feel like a bit kind of imposter here because my background is not so decent. I have done my graduation from a private college from BIT Raipur in 2019. And I have prepared since 2021 itself, sir.
Great.
I am Vidyanshu from Ranchi, Jharkhand. I have done civil engineering, and this was my 6th attempt and last attempt. And before this, I was in Danix. Presently, I am in Indian Forest Service. My optional is anthropology, and I have secured 59th rank. At Next IAS, during my initial attempts, I was enrolled in prelims test series. Recently, I was enrolled in mains test series and interview guidance program. Thank you.
That's great.
My name is Shobhika Pathak. I'm from Lucknow. This year I have secured AIR 37. I'm already in the Indian Revenue Service, income tax. With Next IAS, my association began with the interview guidance program, and I'm very grateful for both Dipin sir's classes as well as the mock interview which I had here. So, very grateful, and thank you.
Great.
I'm Dr. Sachin. I come from Kodiyal village from Karnataka, and I had anthropology as my optional, and it was my 4th attempt, sir. And regarding the courses that I have taken at Next IAS, it was mains test series under Asif sir's guidance, and secondly, I had enrolled for Dipin sir's current affairs classes, and thirdly, the IGP course. And with respect to the experience that I have had, we were able to build a bond beyond just the transactions, like just with in past 1 year, especially with Asif sir and Dipin sir, and also just before the interview, I also sought blessings of Asif Sinha sir. So I had a good one-on-one session with him. So it feels like a family now.
Thank you.
My name is Ritika Chitlangya. I am born and brought up in Delhi. I secured rank 55 in the civil services examination, and this was my 2nd attempt. My optional is geography. I started my association with Next IAS in 2022 with a foundation course, and thereafter I've taken a lot of courses at Next IAS, from optional to AIM, IGP, everything. And I think I've spent as many hours studying at home as I have spent writing tests at Next IAS, having mentorship sessions with Asif sir and Arjit sir, and I think they've provided me with a second home, a sense of belongingness, and I'm eternally grateful to Next IAS for where I am today. And
Ritika is one, she has registered in all courses. Not even a single course is left next time. Be optional, be GS, be advanced, be foundation, interview, test series, IGP, CAV, everything.
I just I just did my research for foundation course, and thereafter I didn't have a second thought about any other course, and I just kept on enrolling. So safe to say it worked for me. I'm sitting here.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm Simran. I am from Jeend, Haryana. It was my 3rd attempt and I secured rank 66. I enrolled in IGP program in Next IAS, and also I was enrolled in mains test series. I owe a lot to the incredible guidance of Asif sir for clearing mains. And one more thing for the IGP program. The mock that I gave in Next IAS was the closest one to the real interview that I faced under KP Fabian sir's board. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Lavanya Gaur. I was born and brought up in Delhi. I graduated in 2021 from Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University and did my BTech in computer science. I secured All India rank 57 in UPSC CSE 2024. My optional was sociology. And my association with Next IAS, I was enrolled in the Dipin sir's current affairs program as well as the interview guidance program. And I also watched all the series, like all the videos of Beyond Classroom program on YouTube that were very, very informative. So thank you for that. And I'm really grateful to Dipin sir, to Ruchika ma'am, and to Vibhas Jha sir for all the guidance that they provided me throughout my journey. And thanks to all the team of Next IAS, to all the mentors, and to all the support system for providing us such a smooth experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My name is Akash Garg. I am a computer science engineer. I graduated in 2022. I have secured All India rank 5 in civil services examination, and this was my 2nd attempt, and my optional was sociology. My association with Next IAS began last year with the Anubhav test that they have, the All India test. So that was the first thing that when I came in contact with Next IAS, and subsequently I was enrolled in the interview guidance program. So the faculty mock and the bureaucratic mock, that both the mocks, they were very good. They provided me with very good feedback, and it was very nice to have a conversation with good people. And other than that, it was the modules and the current affairs classes that we had. So it provided with an approach how to go with the interview and how to tackle the same. So I'm eternally grateful to all the support that I have been getting, especially with Basi sir one-to-one session. That was very helpful to me especially. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Friends, I'm B Singh, founder and director of Next IAS and MedAG. I graduated in 1998 from IIT BHU in civil engineering. I was in IES. I resigned in 2001, and thereafter I have been pursuing my career in teaching. So I have taught for more than 2 decades, but now I'm taking some of the classes, and now most of the work is the managing the resources and the interacting the young students and feeling young always. Thank you very much.
Hello all, I'm KM Pati. I teach ethics here. I've been working for almost 32 years. I was in academics earlier, now I shifted to doing this. I also work as a corporate consultant also for a lot of projects. I also do corporate workshops. And besides this, one thing that matters to me is all about ethics, and second thing that matters to me is a big Liverpool fan on the side notes. So I have to tell that.
My name is BK Reddy. I'm teaching here economics. I graduated from JNTU Hyderabad. After that, I did my master's from IIT Kanpur. And I'm teaching from last 10 years. That's from my side.
Yeah, I'm R.C. Sinha. I have been taking here post-independent India. And to the best of my ability, I generated a concept that post-independent India is not confined to paper one. It is basically from Nehru to Narendra Modi. And you selected civil servants. I would like to convey that now you realize what India you are going to serve. That I try my level best in the class, that they should feel the country which they are going to serve, they should know that country from Nehru to Narendra Modi in all aspects: society, culture, political system, administration, security, economy, technology, defense, foreign policy, diplomacy. And my best wishes to all of you and all future civil servants who are with us now. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Piyush Kumar Chaube. I did my graduation from Allahabad, master's to PhD from JNU. Basically, I was in academics, but from last 15 years, I'm teaching for civil services. Here in NextIS, I teach polity and political science optional.
Hello, myself Muhammad Ayaz, and I teach a subject which do not exist, that is science technology. So I have done my master's in industrial chemistry from Bhopal, and since 2008 I have been teaching for the civil services. Thank you.
So first of all, many congratulations from the entire NextIS team. And today we will like to have a discussion which is informal, that may help students. The basic idea यही है कि you as a topper today, but you as a aspirant or student day before yesterday. तो इस जर्नी में, इस प्रिपरेशन की जर्नी में आपकी जो अपनी लर्निंग्स हैं, वो लर्निंग्स अगर आप स्टूडेंट से शेयर कर पाएँ कि I followed this source, I studied like this was my schedule of study, this was my plan of study, ये मेरी फूडिंग हैबिट होती थी और यहाँ पर गड़बड़ हो जाता था, तो वो इन एंड आउट, एंड आप में जिसका जो व्यू हो वो व्यू आप अपना शेयर कर सकते हैं एंड यू कैन ऐड. तो लावण्या, व्हेन यू स्टार्टेड योर स्टडी और आपने जो सोर्सेज वगैरह फॉलो किए वो कैसे किए?
So, sir, I graduated in 2021. So, I worked as a software engineer for 1 year. So, in Salesforce, I was working in an MNC. So, there I decided that it's not providing me the platform where I could, like, I love to interact with people. Okay. So, listen to their problems or any thought that they have. So, I thought that civil services would provide me that platform where I could interact with the people on the ground, understand their problems, and to contribute positively in any way possible. So that's where I started my preparation in 2022 after quitting my job. So, I mean, the sources, I spent a lot of time in deciding the sources that I would follow, because I truly believe that 80% of the time should go in sharpening your axe, and 20% of the time, the rest 20% becomes easy in your preparation, like cutting the tree. So it's very important to first go through the syllabus of the UPSC, both prelims and mains, because ultimately the preparation is integrated. It's not like you have to study separately for prelims and mains. So go through the syllabus thoroughly, understand the demand of the paper, and even before starting your like subject preparations, I think that it's important to just have a look on the PYQs, like
simple questions like try to understand what the exam is actually demanding, both prelims and mains. The PYQs are like the Bible for us, like rudder, which provides a direction in our preparation, because ultimately the syllabus is huge. It's like anything under the sun, as it said, but we can actually restrict our study according to the PYQs and the syllabus that's provided. So I went through a lot of topper talks on YouTube. I took a lot of advice from my seniors who were in the service, and finally I listed down some of the sources that I would follow. For example, geography NCRTs are very, very good for geography. And if I was stuck anywhere in any topic, because some technicalities are there, so we can always take the support of YouTube, because abundant quality material is available on YouTube. And for polity, Lakshmikant is very good source. And apart from that, once we have the basic understanding of the polity subjects, Constitution, the Bare Act is very, very important to have an understanding of, sometimes the Lakshmikant even does not tell some things are missing, which the Bare Act, like if you read it like 10-20 times, you get a strong hold over the articles that are present in the Constitution. And that's very important in the overall prelims and even in mains. And for what other subjects do we have?
I find you are a very good speaker and a very good teacher. You have narrated everything in a single go.
Thank you, sir. And what else do we have? Like, we have science and technology. I was from a computer science background, so I didn't find any difficulty. But for those who are from humanities background or face some difficulties, again, go through the PYQs and pick out certain topics which the UPSC is particularly asking around. For example, in these days, GPT and new technologies like LIDAR, radar, and all those, the remote sensing technologies, or the space, the things that are happening in the space, innovations, etc. They're very, very important. So I would not say go deep down into them, but one level below the surface is important, because in prelims, they might put some tricky statements, and it will eventually help you to eliminate those. So rather than ratifying the things that are there in science and technology, it's good to have a basic understanding of how the basic things are working around us. So that's the...
I'll take the next question from Ritika. I'll just jumble on the sequence. Ritika, अभी इन्होंने बोला कि first of all understand the syllabus. So defining the syllabus is one important task, which I guess from the Lavanya's answer. Yes, so how you gauge the syllabus, and what was your strategy of the study, and how you defined this is the syllabus, and now I have to start with this?
Sir, I think again, I will have to give credit to Arjit sir here, my AIM mentor. He basically asked us to memorize the syllabus. He asked us to go through the syllabus. He asked us to put a picture of the syllabus on our study table and just to see it every day. And so that it gets internalized in you. And sir, as for me, I think defining my syllabus was equivalent to my basic class notes which I gained in my foundation course. Because that became my syllabus, and from whatever extra sources, maybe current affairs, maybe something that I've read in a test discussion or a solution, I added that to my notes, which were equivalent to what I had to do. Like, that was my definition, and that were my boundaries.
Any phase of your preparation, जैसे आपने बताया कि you made your class notes, you were enrolled in the Next IS Foundation course.
Yes, sir.
So any phase where you felt these notes are not enough and you require something else, or something where you felt that this subject is sufficient from my class, I don't require anything extra?
Sir, I think I asked sir's science and technology notes for a non-science student were my holy grail for science and tech, and maybe current affairs, because I completed my foundation in 2022. So for the next 2 years, like 23 and 24, I just added current affairs to my basic class notes for science and tech. Similarly, for economy, Reddy sir's and Vibhas sir's notes were more than sufficient for basic understanding, especially core economy, maybe monetary policy, fiscal policy, which have very conceptual questions. So I think those were more than sufficient for that. And sir, other than that, I think your class notes are your basics from where you can build upon through maybe value addition, current affairs, adding the test discussions, maybe anything new that you have found, interesting that you have found, relevant to the exam that you have found, and consolidating it along with the notes. So it's complementary and not divergent, in my opinion.
I'll come to Simran. आप सिमरन को दे दीजिए. Simran, my question from you is very different. It was your third attempt. And during the phase of preparation, students are drained out. 3 साल तैयारी करना बहुत टफ होता है. तो जो एक सेल्फ मोटिवेशन चाहिए, तो आपके लिए क्या सोर्स ऑफ सेल्फ मोटिवेशन था? और अगर कोई ऐसी फेज आई आपके प्रिपरेशन के दौरान कि वेयर यू फेल्ट लो, सो हाउ यू ओवरकम?
Sir, actually, it was third attempt formally, but genuinely, it was my first attempt where I did all those things which both of them have mentioned, and I was a topper since my school. So there was something like it was given to me that you have to do UPSC, and I took it as a burden initially. And as you were talking about with us, that it is seen like a very dark thing to prepare. You are burdened, you have to leave everything, you have to be like study all the time, 12 hours, 14 hours. So all these things they like malign my thinking about UPSC. So it was in this attempt where I genuinely tried. I limited myself.
So many toppers, they say that you have to study 10 hours, 12 hours. Is it really required to study 10 to 12 hours?
So for me, not in the beginning. For example, when prelims is near, you can stretch it to 10 to 12.
Yeah, please.
You can stretch it to 10 to 12. But apart from that, I used to keep it at minimum 6 to maximum 8.
6 to 8 hours.
Yes.
And that you feel is sufficient.
Yes.
Okay. And the question which again related to the subject your optional was history.
Yes, sir.
And many students, they believe that history is a little difficult and having the lengthy syllabus. What is your opinion on it?
Sir, I did my graduation and post-graduation in history. So for me, I took it as a very interesting subject, and I opted for it that way. I genuinely did not know the scoring trend of history. I knew the subject, and I knew that I will be the most comfortable with this. So that's why I chose it.
Okay. Sachin? Sachin, your rank was 41 and anthropology was your subject, and this was your 4th attempt. Many students face this problem, which subject to opt, and a selection of optional is a very difficult task. It is a very tricky task. So what points you share with these students ki ye points yaad rakho, these can help you to select the optional, and what you followed the guidance or suggestions or observations which helped you to decide your optional?
Sir, I have medical graduation. So considering that it was an easy choice for me to shift to anthropology, because there was a lot of overlap, especially with respect to physical anthropology and even genetics and all. So for me, it was an easy choice. But if any other candidates have to make a choice for optional, these are the few points they can consider. So for first thing is the availability of materials and guidance in the given optional. And second thing is their interest in the subject. And third thing is, sir, if there is any good ecosystem with respect to the availability of the test series and all, and mentorship, I think these three they can look upon. I think that will be a good decision to make.
Okay. Coming to the phase of preparation, would you like to suggest something aspirants should not follow this, matlab don'ts, and the others what they should follow? क्या नहीं करना है और क्या करना जरूरी है? So something would you like to suggest on it?
Definitely, sir. To answer the part where what we should do is, so first thing is, I think for me, if I can speak from my personal experience, like it was my 4th attempt, so it was quite a tedious journey for me, and the why of UPSC has kept me sustained. Like the why of UPSC has answered me the what, how, where, when, and every other questions. So finding that why are you into this UPSC exam, that is most important. That will give you that internal motivation which no other external factors can give. That is most crucial. And second thing, sir, creating a proper routine with respect to what to be done I was very methodological in my approach. Like I used to plan for the upcoming days what to be done, what all to be done, and I used to cut down into multiple short tasks that to be done in the given day. So that methodological planning helped me, and that can be followed. And third thing, sir, I was fortunate enough to have good mentors like Asif sir and Dipin sir, and also good friends like Arjun, Raja, Rangamanju, and all. So we had a good community. So we used to motivate each other, and so having that ecosystem where you can support each other, that is third most important thing. And with respect to what not to be done, for example, these things didn't work for me, sir. Like I was so into academics, like I was, if I was studying a topic, I would be getting lost, like, because it's easy to find so much of information. But we should know where to stop actually. And that way to stop will come from understanding PYQs and looking at topos copies. So this is one thing, way to stop. And second thing is consistency. So like you shouldn't be studying for 10 hours in a single day and then studying only for 1 or 2 hours. It should be consistent across this thing. I think consistency is the major magical key, if you can say. And third thing is mental health. Like you should take care of your mental health. Like otherwise you don't have anything. Like that's mind is a miracle. So if you can cultivate it. So I think these three things. So.
You have very well spoken, because mental health is one which actually plays a role. So we have Sobhika Pathak. She has secured All India rank 37 and it was her 4th attempt. Sociology is your optional.
Yes.
Sobhika, what experience you would like to share of your preparation journey? This is something which helped you in achieving this rank and you want to share with these students कि ये मैंने करा था, ये आप करोगे तो आपका भी हो सकता है.
Thank you, sir, for inviting me here. I think, sir, so much has already been said about this exam that I don't know what value addition I can give. But I am already in service. I am in IRS IT. And picking up the books again after being in service was a big challenge. I feel one has to be very, very mindful and very clear about why they started preparing in the first place. Because otherwise, a sense of complacency can also set in. So, in terms of what people should do to clear this exam, is just going back to basics. And something that has worked for me across all the attempts, something that never failed, it was almost like, I think I call it a cheat code, was nothing big, nothing a major secret. It was just 2 words: consolidation and revision. And what to consolidate is very important. And in that sense, I think mentors and a professional guidance really helps. So if someone like Dipin sir is teaching you current affairs, then you don't have to go anywhere else for GS3. And you consolidate all those notes in one place, and one day before the exam, 1 hour before the exam, you are just flipping those pages. So consolidate that and keep revising that multiple times. There has to be no end to it. It should almost become your muscle memory. Apart from that, I had मैं उसे ग्रंथ बुलाती थी. I used to call it the 5th Veda of my own, because I had consolidated for prelims specifically, different subject wise, all the previous year questions that I didn't know, that were very tricky, that were keywords or meanings of certain keywords as are asked in history, medieval India, things like that. So consolidate that in one place and keep on adding to it the test series that you are attempting. So if you come across a test series or some term which you've not seen, then you add on to that resource. So consolidate everything at one place and keep revising. That's the only thing that one has to follow to be able to clear the exam. What not to do to avoid clearing the exam, I feel, is, as rightly said by everyone, there's so much information overload that beyond a point, you really don't know what to follow, because there's so much guidance. Everyone has a different approach. So one has to learn to trust their preparation and stop beyond a point. Don't think that if places in news is something that you're not comfortable with, you'll watch 10 different videos and then you will get confused. Maybe just watch 1 or 2 videos of places in news, rely on that, and then apply your mind. So these are the only 2 basic things, sir. Apart from this, one can only do so much to clear the exam. So I would be very grateful to all the mentors that I've had in this journey, and it's
तो कुछ आप लोग अपने ऐसे एक्सपीरियंसेस भी शेयर करिए विच यू बिलीव दैट कि ड्यूरिंग द फेज ऑफ जर्नी इट वाज अ फनी मोमेंट, और उस फनी मोमेंट को कैसे आपने एंजॉय किया, और सर्टेन मोमेंट्स ऑफ योर प्रिपरेशन जहाँ पर आपको लगा हो कि मेरे तो गाड़ी डिरेल हो रही है और इसको वापस ट्रैक पे लाने के लिए बहुत एफर्ट करने पड़े हों. तो यू हैव एनीथिंग विच यू विल फेयर? या
I'll add on to the same question. The question is like, I've seen that a lot of you have taken 4 attempts or 3 attempts. So it's a long haul. So since Sachin mentioned about mental health, so one of the things which students don't understand is like how to unwind. You know, when you study for 8 hours a day, every single day, how should I unwind? Karna kya chahiye mujhe? See, I mean, this is something which nobody factors in, and this is something probably you guys can talk about because it's been a long haul, especially Simran and Lavanya. 4 years, you left your job. There's a price to it. So, what was your unwinding strategy? Because, Ritika, let's see.
Sir, I used to cry every third day. That was my way to regulate my emotions. Whenever I felt stressed, overwhelmed, anxious, which was every third day, I used to cry. Sir,
So actually, I am a lot into spirituality. I won't say a lot, but a bit like. So I guess spirituality, meditation, and physical exercise definitely helps to calm down our emotions, because every third day it was like I am off the rail. So and because we are studying in home, like within the 4 walls, sometimes it feels like, you know, the walls are on us. So it is very important to follow any hobby, and it's very important to be mindful while following the hobby that we should not be thinking about studies. When we are into hobby, like if you are into playing some sport, you should be focused into playing that with 100% dedication, and you should enjoy it, enjoy the moment. Because और कुछ और ज़्यादा याद नहीं आ रहा तो कोविड याद कर लो. There's lot of uncertainty. You don't know about the next moment.
Plan your activities. You used to plan like this is a break I'll take after a week or after 3 days I'll take a break or something like that. Or
So planning.
When I used to feel like it was just
Sir, exercise was a part of my hobby, and even meditation. But sometimes, I mean, I am a person who plans a lot, but as I guess it's the same with everyone, plans do not work all the time. I mean, 90% of the time they don't work. So after studying for 6 to 8 hours, if I'm feeling like that, I'm feeling very low, I used to talk with my parents and I used to pursue my hobby. That's it. I mean, I need something to revive myself.
bring Sachin here. Sachin, what was your idea?
Right, so I was thinking of what all I did. So a couple of things were like I used to go for walks in the evening or in the morning, and I think walking is one of the best stress buster. Like if you can just walk around the parks, we have good parks here. At least in the NRN side or even in the Sindhi Park and all. So if we can go there, it will help us in winding up. And second thing is friends, sir. Like if you have good friends, just being in the company of them, like a lot of stress will be. You see, basically all those oxytocins, endorphins will be released in your body. So I think that.
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How to make good friends? क्योंकि यहाँ पर जब आप आते हैं ना, तो आपके friends तो वो पीछे छूट जाते हैं. So yeah, you.
One thing I'd like to add to what Sachin was saying, very important to have non-UPSC friends. It's
Yes.
very important. I think they really ground you and they keep you sane. Otherwise, the people, and it's important to have people from this community as well. But I think to regulate, as she said, like to just calm down and to unwind, it's very important to keep non-UPSC people also in your life, because they can really give you a reality check.
Akash, you have secured All India Rank 5. आपकी जर्नी में कोई ऐसे मोमेंट आए लाइफ में कि लगता था कि ये तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट है और हो नहीं पाएगा? या सो वुड यू लाइक टू शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंस, स्पेशली जिस फ्रंट में सर ने पूछा कि वो ऐसे मोमेंट जब आपने एंजॉय करा हो इसको?
सर इन्जॉय तो मतलब मैं बहुत करा, मतलब सही में, मतलब आई स्टार्टेड प्रिपरेशन इन जुलाई 2022, तो 2023 का अटेम्प्ट दिया, प्रीलिम्स फेल हुआ, बहुत बुरा लगा। तो ठीक है, पर लेकिन वो एक लो पॉइंट था। उसके बाद थोड़ा रिकवर किया, और मैं मॉर्निंग पर्सन हूँ, यूजुअली सुबह उठता हूँ, पढ़ता हूँ, और दिन में मेरा ऐसे ही टाइम पास थोड़ा मतलब पढ़ लिया। बट शाम को आई एम अ वेरी डिफरेंट पर्सनैलिटी। आफ्टर 5 आफ्टर 6 यू वॉन्ट रिकॉग्नाइज मी। तो मैं दिलाइट हूँ, हमेशा से दिल्ली में ही रहा हूँ, मेरे सारे फ्रेंड्स दिल्ली में हैं। तो मतलब विद माई फ्रेंड्स आई एम अ कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट पर्सनैलिटी। और तो वो मेरा अनवाइंड करने का मेरा
वो डिफरेंट वाली पर्सनालिटी कौन सी है?
सर मतलब
कैन यू शेयर वो डिफरेंट पर्सनालिटी कौन सी है?
सर जैसे होता है ना सर, एक मतलब दिल्ली में एक होता है कि गेड़ी मारने चलेंगे, गाड़ी में जाएंगे, या फिर पार्क चले गए, या फिर फूड मतलब स्ट्रीट फूड हो गया हमारा। तो वो सब चीज़ें अनवाइंड करती है। और सब मेरे मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि 1-2 साल के फ्रेंड थे, दे आर फ्रेंड्स फॉर डेकेड्स। तो वो था मेरा डिकोड करने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका, यही था कि शाम को मैं कुछ नहीं करता था।
वो दोस्ती पकड़ के रखी आपने डिकेड्स वाली।
बिल्कुल सर।
दिव्यांशु, वुड यू लाइक टू शेयर? यस प्लीज। दिव्यांशु हैज सिक्योर्ड ऑल इंडिया रैंक 59। एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इज योर ऑप्शनल।
सर मेरी जर्नी थोड़ी सी अलग थी। लाइक आई फेल्ड 3 प्रीलिम्स इन अ रो, और उसके बाद एवरी टाइम इट वाज लाइक फर्स्ट टाइम बाय 2 मार्क्स, देन 0.67 मार्क्स, देन 1 मार्क्स। सो जब 2022 में देने गया तो आई वाज वेरी होपलेस। ठीक है, लाइक तो जैसे मैंने खुद को काउंसिल किया उस टाइम, मैंने खुद को ही बोला कि लाइफ इज एनीवे एट बॉटम मोस्ट पॉइंट। अब इससे बुरा क्या होगा कि आप 3 बार लगातार प्रीलिम्स फेल हो रहे हैं, और हर बार वही 1 नंबर 2 नंबर से। सो वो एक कहावत नहीं है कि मतलब किसी को इतना मत डराओ कि डर लगना ही बंद हो जाए। तो मैं वही था कि ठीक है, इससे ज़्यादा लाइफ कहाँ खराब जाने वाली है। सो मैं 2022 का जब पेपर आया, पहले 5 क्वेश्चन मेरे से लाइन से नहीं बने। मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा, मैं था कि आज मेरे से 100 भी नहीं बने, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मैं ऐसे घर चला जाऊंगा। और चूंकि 1-2 नंबर से ही छूट रहा था, तो मैंने एक बार क्लास में बाकी बच्चों को देखा, और मैंने खुद को यही बोला कि यार 4 साल से तो मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ, 1-2 नंबर से छूट रहा है। जब ये 5 क्वेश्चन मुझे नहीं आते तो इन लोगों को क्या आते होंगे? ठीक है, तो मैंने खुद पे नर्वसनेस हावी नहीं होने दी, और उस साल फिर मेरा फॉरेस्ट का भी कट ऑफ निकल गया।
अच्छा, ये 2 वर्ड्स आते हैं डिस्कशन में, एक नर्वसनेस और एक फियर फ्रॉम फेलियर एंड नर्वसनेस। इनमें से आपको कौन सा ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट लगता था, कि मतलब विच यू वुड लाइक टू अवॉइड?
इनिशियली इट वाज फियर ऑफ फेलियर, बट वो फेल होते होते वो फियर ही खत्म हो गया। तो
अच्छा, आई एम टेकिंग वन अनकन्वेंशनल क्वेश्चन। वो क्वेश्चन है, लास्ट ईयर दिस इंसिडेंस हैपेंड इन ओल्ड राजेंद्र नगर, एंड दैट वाज अ वेरी सैड इंसिडेंस। उस इंसिडेंस के बाद एक बहुत ही नेगेटिव सेंटिमेंट फ्लो हुआ, स्पेशली इन एस्पिरेंट्स हु वर हियर इन दिल्ली, and many students, they went home, and initially there was a culture of library reading, but most of the basement library is closed. तो आप लोगों के माइंड में भी वो क्या पॉइंट था, और आप लोगों ने यहाँ से मूव आउट करके कहीं और जाने के सोचा या गए, एंड यू स्टार्टेड योर स्टडी देयर? राहुल, यू हैव बीन हियर, सो आई विल टेक बोथ ऑफ ओपिनियन फ्रॉम बोथ ऑफ यू फर्स्ट।
मेरे केस में तो सर मैं रोहिणी में रहता था शुरू से।
अच्छा,
घर था मेरा।
हाँ, राहुल, यू वाज हियर आई थिंक एट दैट टाइम।
यस सर, आई वाज हियर सर। एक्चुअली 2023 मेरा पहला अटेम्प्ट था। तो मैंने यहीं से B7 बैच से किया था। तो मेरे पास टाइम नहीं था कि मैं कहीं और शिफ्ट हूँ उस समय, और मेरी हैबिट थी लाइब्रेरी जाने की। तो मैं यहीं स्टक था। मैं वेस्ट पटेल नगर में मेरा रूम था, बट मैं यहाँ लाइब्रेरी आता था क्योंकि यहाँ कोचिंग थी। तो 1 सप्ताह 1.5 सप्ताह के लिए सारी लाइब्रेरीज बंद हो गई थी, तो मैं रूम पे ही एनी हाउ तैयारी कर रहा था। फिर 1 महीने के लिए किसी और लाइब्रेरी, और 1 महीने बाकी 1.5 महीने के लिए किसी और लाइब्रेरी का ज्वाइन किया था, और नेक्स्ट आइज प्रोवाइड किया था यहाँ पे लाइब्रेरी सर्विस। बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाया, क्योंकि मेरा एक ग्रुप था, मेरे साथ में 2-3 लोग और थे जो तैयारी कर रहे थे, और मैं अपने ग्रुप में ही अच्छा कर पा रहा था, इसलिए मैं वही कंटिन्यू किया।
स्टडी ग्रुप बहुत मैटर करता है।
हाँ सर, मेरे साथ में B7 का एक लड़का था, सौरभ राज, जो पिछले साल 2023 में प्रीलिम्स मेरे साथ में क्लियर किया था, और मेरे साथ में मेंस भी लिखा था। तो हम लोग दोनों का एक
आप लोगों के सबके लाइब्रेरी रीडिंग के बारे में क्या ओपिनियन है, कि मतलब लाइब्रेरी कितना यूजफुल होता है, या किसी का लाइब्रेरी एक्सपीरियंस था? इफ यू कैन शेयर इन 2 lines 3 lines ऑल ऑफ यू।
सर आई डोंट थिंक दैट आई एम द राइट पर्सन टू से अबाउट दिस। मतलब मैं घर पे ही पढ़ा हूँ अपने हमेशा पूरा टाइम। तो आई यूज्ड टू कम टू करोल बाग, मतलब क्लासेस के लिए मैं आता था, बट मैंने लाइब्रेरी कल्चर मतलब मैंने देखा है, मैं थोड़ा टाइम मतलब मैं जाता भी था, ब्रेक्स होते थे क्लासेस में, तो मैंने किया है। बट आई थिंक मतलब जहाँ पे आपको अच्छा इन्वायरमेंट मिले, अगर आप वहाँ पढ़ेंगे तो वो अच्छा है। लाइब्रेरी इज़ नॉट दी ओनली थिंग। मैंने बहुत लोगों को सुना है कि घर पे पढ़ाई नहीं होती, तो इट डिड नॉट वर्क फॉर मी, सॉरी, पर मेरी घर पे ही पढ़ाई हुई है, तो आई डोंट थिंक कि वो इन्वायरमेंट जहाँ आपको मिले,
And that
वहाँ
is
पे
what
पढ़ाई
students will get the idea in a sense कि हाँ ऐसे भी पढ़ सकते हैं, घर में भी पढ़ सकते हैं, जॉब के साथ भी पढ़ सकते हैं, बिना कोचिंग के भी पढ़ सकते हैं. So that is what I want to have the ideas कि किसने क्या फॉलो किया और आपको उससे कितना बेनिफिट हुआ.
So even I have not used the library. Even I mean, in the interview itself, it was the first time that I came to Karol Bagh. I've never came to Karol Bagh or Rajendra Nagar during my entire preparation. Because यहाँ का मतलब फ्रेंड्स वगैरह थोड़ा फोमो दे देते थे, तो फिर आई वाज लाइक घर से ही बढ़िया पढ़ाई हो रही है तो मस्त बैठ के पढ़ते हैं. एंड I was grateful to my parents and grandparents that they provided me that atmosphere at my home itself. I was at ease, सब कुछ था, and I was very comfortable at home. And even all the courses or anything that I did, everything, even the next IAS का CAVA वाला program I did from Dipinsa, it was online. So
Yes.
So everything was online, and I mean, it totally depends upon the person. If they are comfortable in online, I mean, you can save a lot of time. If you want to interact with your group, or if you want to use a library, it's also a good option. Basic है कि पढ़ना है 8 से 10 घंटे, 6 से 8 घंटे, कहीं भी पढ़ लो, वो तो चलेगा.
सिमरन,
आई एम दैट पर्सन जिसके घर पे पढ़ाई नहीं होती, और मैं और राजेंद्र नगर में 2-3 साल से हूँ. आई यूज टू गो टू लाइब्रेरी व्हेन लाइब्रेरीज वर शट डाउन. आई वॉज very anxious. How am I going to study now? Because mains was preparation was going on back then. But I had a very good peer group in Old Rajendra Nagar, and some of my friends they could not clear prelims, but I feel that they are even more deserving than me. And this peer group was, I would say, 50% responsible for me sitting here. So I would say that yes, library was good for me.
that's good.
Sir, I think I got the best of both worlds. I lived in Gurgaon, so I had the comfort of home. I studied from home, but I used to come to Old Rajendra Nagar for classes, tests. So I had a couple of people who were my rock during this preparation, and as she said, I would not be sitting here without them. So I think it totally depends on your comfort and where you feel at home. Home is not necessarily your home. It can be anywhere. So I think बस पढ़ना है, as she said, कहीं भी पढ़ो.
Yeah, please.
Sir, even I was not a library person. I never went to library, but I used to make sure that I make a room where there is proper sunlight, because without sunlight I can't study. I can't study much in artificial lights. So I was always making it sure that wherever I'm making the room, there should be some proper sunlight, and it was difficult to find such rooms in ORM, as we all have experienced. And secondly, sir, but I think library has utility in the sense that it can create that starter effect. Like, it can create that ambience. Like, if you are having a lot of distractions in your daily lives, if you can go to library and sit there, the silence alone will create some changes in bring some transformation within, I think. So that's the utility of your library. So I think both can work.
That's good. So Sobika, you would like to say? Because आप तो already service में हैं, you are IRS.
So I feel very privileged that I had an atmosphere at home where parents were very encouraging, and they wanted me to clear the exam more than I wanted to clear it. So they provided a very conducive environment. So I was very privileged. But having said that, not everyone is as fortunate. So libraries can be a very good place for one to really focus, because I've heard from my batchmates that during mains they used to really put their phones on flight mode, deposit it at the counter of library, go to the library, sit for 10 hours during mains, or maybe when mains are approaching, when they're around the corner, and they have studied and they've come out with flying colors. So at the end of the day, you just have to be honest with your preparation. If you are able to do that at home, not checking your phone, not getting distracted with whatever's happening around, or if you're able to do that in the library, it's one and the same. The means are not that important. The end is important. So that's what I have to say.
First thing, God bless to all of you. And one thing I would like to ask all of you, that except any candidate who appeared once, you appeared once?
Second. This is my second.
Second. So all of you, in my professional understanding, are like injured lion and lioness. And you bounce back, setting example for your generation that never ever lie down. And if you are injured, like you said, you did not qualify 3 times, I think you had been the most injured lion. And today you have proved yourself that injured lion is much more dangerous than healthier lion. What would you say on this comment?
Sir, it is like you should not give up. So like I failed 3 prelims in a row and this is my 3rd selection in a row. Like first I got into Dynix, presently I'm in Forest Service and this time IAS. So
कभी ऐसा लगा कि एकदम pitch dark है, now there is no beam of light?
sir, it was that scene जब वो 22 वाला एग्जाम देने गया, so मन से डर ही खत्म हो गई थी था कि अब इससे ज़्यादा क्या ही बॉटम जाएगी लाइफ, तो क्यों डरना किसी बात
Very
का.
nice. You please. Did you ever feel that yes, it's a pitch dark, no beam of light now?
Sir, I'm sorry I never felt that way, because I think that only hampers one's preparation. So mindset, as everyone has already talked about, is everything. You first have to clear it in your head, then only you will clear it otherwise. So I never felt that way, but definitely there have been hiccups. I have also failed to clear prelims by less than a mark once, and that hampers, that is a setback. Nobody can deny that. But then you learn to pick yourself up and you just move on. You look at the larger picture, that one day you will be writing mains again and one day you will give your best. So never happened with me, but
Now asking one more question to all of you. Did you ever feel कि looking at some officer passing by, कोई जिप्सी या कार पार की, और आप डीमोटिवेटेड थे उस समय, जैसे उस पर नज़र गई, लगा ये तो इनडायरेक्टली डायरेक्टली चार्ज करके चले गए, वो फिर से वापस स्टडी टेबल पर, यस आई विल डू इट, कोई ऐसा मोमेंट था?
They are all self-motivated. there is no need of external motivator. तो ये dynamo है जो खुद चार्ज करते हैं.
So very contrastingly, actually, I've never watched a topper talk on YouTube. Like when I entered my preparation, I know some people find it inspiring and motivating. I found it very overwhelming. I saw them and I thought that, okay, maybe I'll never be able to reach here. So I just never indulged in anything post-selection, celebrations, interviews, talks, because it used to overwhelm me for some reason. So I think it worked in the opposite way. I tried to stay away from it as much as possible.
That is what I'm saying. They are all dynamos.
First of all, congratulations all of you. But I want to ask one question. Now prelims is very near. How to handle in exam hall? First of all, nowadays there is a lot of fear among the students. Prelims is one of the toughest phase compared to the mains and personality test also. I have seen students giving 4th attempt, prelims नहीं हो रहा सर मेरा, टेस्ट सीरीज में कम मार्क्स आ रहा है. अभी next few days how to they should manage, as well as in exam hall how to they approach?
The strength with respect to attempting prelims, I don't think it will come on the day of exam, sir. I think it is a cumulative effect that you have gathered through your at least 2-3 months of preparation. It's like if you have done your work well across 2-3 months, you'll definitely be confident. Otherwise, if you have not executed your plans and if you are just entering the hall, no matter which god you pray for, no matter what kind of self-motivation you have, you will still feel fear. So I believe that so preparation is primarily important. And second thing is, sir, how to execute the paper in the exam hall. Like I always used to have this approach of doing it in 2 rounds. So in the first round, I used to complete it by 1 hour 20 minutes, and I used to. There are 2 types of questions: one where you are absolutely certain about, and where you are absolutely not certain about. So if you can attempt such 40 questions, I think you have a good possibility to clear prelims exam, and 40 plus actually. And in the second round, you are solving basically 50-50 or 75-25 kind of questions. So even there, if you can score around 27 out of 50 questions, I think you can still clear prelims in general.
Sir, I would say that prelims में that what we need to do is to keep our calm first of all. क्योंकि कई बार ही लगता है कि 4 क्वेश्चन नहीं हुए लाइन से, 5 क्वेश्चन लाइन से नहीं हुए, तो डिमोटिवेशन होता है. तो मैं तो ये सोचता था कि यार पेपर सबका सेम है, तो अगर मेरे से नहीं हो रहे तो प्रोबेबली शायद मेरे से 5 नहीं हो रहे, शायद मेरे से सामने वाले से 3 नहीं हो रहे होंगे. तो वो एक होता है कि एक तो अपने ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस रहना चाहिए हमेशा, और दूसरी चीज़ जो मेरे लिए काम करती थी कि दैट जो एग्ज़ाम आने से पहले का जो प्रेशर होता है 2-3 दिन का स्पेशली, तो आई यूज टू कम्प्लीटली कट ऑफ माई सेल्फ। मैं बिल्कुल गायब हो जाता था, नोबडी कैन रीच मी, कुछ नहीं, और मैं पढ़ाई भी नहीं करता था, बहुत कम, मतलब सम शॉर्ट नोट और समथिंग, क्योंकि उस टाइम पे जो लगता है कि यार ये भी नहीं पढ़ा, ये भी नहीं पढ़ा, यही आ जाएगा पेपर में, तो दैट यूज टू ओवरवेलम मी अ लॉट। तो अपने पहले प्रीलिम से मैंने यही सीखा था कि फोकस स्टडी करनी है, और जहाँ पे अच्छा काम कर सकते हैं वो करना है। और एक चीज़ मैं कहूँगा कि वॉट वर्क फॉर मी वॉज द टेस्ट, मतलब मैं बहुत सारे टेस्ट देता था, तो जब मैं एग्ज़ाम हॉल में गया तो व्हेन आई वाज अटेम्प्टिंग द पेपर, तो इट डिड नॉट फील एलियन कि ये नहीं हो रहा, या फिर आई न्यू हाउ टू अप्रोच द क्वेश्चन पेपर। तो आई थिंक दैट वर्क फॉर मी एंड दैट माइट वर्क फॉर सम अदर पर्सन एज।
वीड लाइक टू हैव योर व्यू।
सर जो आकाश ने बोला है अभी,
हाँ।
वो जो पहली लाइन बोली उसने वो बेस्ट थी, यू विल हैव टू मेंटेन द काम एंड कंपोज सर। और वो मुझे लगता है मैंने 3 प्रीलिम्स दिए हैं और तीनों क्लियर हुए हैं। तो नॉलेज बेस सर एक अलग चीज़ होती है, बट जो आप उस टाइम पे रहते हैं, जो 4 आवर्स एंड जो बिटवीन के टाइम होते हैं, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाते हैं। और उसमें जो आपको, जैसे आप जीएस के पेपर दे के निकलते हैं तो आपको ये सोचना नहीं होता है कि जीएस कैसा हुआ, आपको बस एक मेंटेन करना होता है कि एटलीस्ट 85 to 90 क्वेश्चंस यू विल हैव टू अटेम्प्ट, एंड सीसेट को आपको जीएस से परे रखना पड़ता है। और वो जो 2 घंटे के जो सीसेट के पेपर होते हैं, और उसमें आपको आपकी स्ट्रेंथ से ज़्यादा आपको वीकनेसेस का पता होना चाहिए कि ये क्वेश्चंस मैं अटेम्प्ट नहीं कर पाऊंगा, मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा। तो उससे ये हो जाएगा टाइम बच जाते हैं आपके, और जो क्वेश्चंस आपके होते हैं, आपके स्ट्रेंथ पे होते हैं, वो क्वेश्चंस आसानी से हो जाते हैं।
ये जो आपने सी सेट वाली बात कही, दिस इज़ अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एरिया, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ दी स्टूडेंट्स अराउंड द ईयर दे फोकस ऑन जीएस, और बाद में पता चलता है सी सेट ही नहीं हुआ। सो व्हाट कैन बी द लास्ट मोमेंट स्ट्रैटेजी इन सॉल्विंग सी सेट पेपर? अटेम्प्ट की बात कर रहा हूँ, दोज 2 आवर्स, कि आप आरसी पहले करो या क्वांट पहले करो या रीजनिंग पहले करो, व्हाट यू सजेस्ट?
सर मुझे लगता है वो पर्सन टू पर्सन वेरी करेगा। कुछ लोगों का कॉम्प्रिहेंशन अच्छा होता है, वो करते हैं। जैसे मेरा मैथ्स होता है, तो मैथ्स और रीजनिंग में कर लेता हूँ पहले, और मैक्सिमम अटेम्प्ट करने की कोशिश करता हूँ, क्योंकि लास्ट मोमेंट में इंग्लिश कर सकता हूँ। तो उसमें अगर 23 क्वेश्चन है तो 17 मेरे सही हो जाते
हैं। तो आप
हैं।
साइंस बैकग्राउंड से हैं?
जी सर, मैं
तो आप तो इमोशनली कि मुझसे नहीं होगा तो किससे होगा मैथ? हम लोग ये देखते हैं कि जैसे आई एम फ्रॉम इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड, और इंजीनियर्स के अंदर एक अलग सा एटीट्यूड होता है कि मुझसे नहीं होगा ये मैथ तो किससे होगा, और बाद में पता लगता है कि मैथ में फंसे रह गए और टाइम नहीं बचा। तो ये दिस इज द लर्निंग, मतलब वन हैज़ टू लर्न फ्रॉम टेस्ट सीरीज। आई विल टेक द ओपिनियन फ्रॉम यू आल्सो। फॉर दिस सी सेट स्ट्रैटेजी।
यस सर, सर मेरा ये रहता था कि मैं मिक्स करके चलता था। पहले थोड़ा सा आरसी, थोड़ा सा मैथ्स, और फिर थोड़ा सा एलआर। तो मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था कि अगर ब्रेन मिक्सअप रहता है तो फिर वो अच्छी एफिशिएंसी से काम करता है। तो मेरे लिए डैट वर्कड आउट, सो आई वाज एबल टू गेट इट। और उससे सर पहले मैंने क्या भी किया था, जब मेरा बीच में रेस्ट पीरियड हुआ था तो उसमें मैंने तभी से क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने में शुरू कर दिया था रेस्ट में भी, ताकि वो एक स्पीड बनी रहे और वो डायरेक्टली वो पेपर में एमुलेट हो सके। That's all.
आप खिचड़ी बहुत अच्छी बनाते हो।
No, sir, that's all I did.
बेस्ट रेसिपी। जब कुछ नहीं करना है तो दाल डालो, चावल डालो, सब्जी डालो। तो साथ। So we were talking about the CSAT attempt. तो CSAT में आपकी क्या अप्रोच होती थी?
सर मैंने सीसेट की बहुत ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस नहीं की थी, फॉर्चुनेटली हो गया दोनों बार, बट मुझे लगता है कि इंग्लिश पहले कर लेना चाहिए। और मैथ्स में, क्योंकि अगर मैथ्स पहले करने लगेंगे तो आप चूज़ नहीं करेंगे, पहला क्वेश्चन आया चलो 5 मिनट लग गया, दूसरे में 7 मिनट लग गया, वो चलता जाएगा। इंग्लिश 1-1.25 घंटा जितना हो पाए, 27 क्वेश्चन आते हैं करीब, 25 क्वेश्चन वो कर लेने चाहिए। फिर उसमें फिर जब कम टाइम बचता है तो इंसान सेलेक्टिव हो जाता है, ब्रेन भी वार्म अप हो चुका होता है, तो आई थिंक दैट वुड वर्क।
So I believe कि कोई पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रैटेजी है नहीं इस एग्जाम की। From the discussion what I find कि there is no fixed strategy. Everyone can follow their own strategy, right? Okay. So sir, आप पूछिए।
Sir, I have a question.
Please.
And specifically to Akash.
Yes.
And to everyone. First of all, congratulations. तो आकाश की एक बात बहुत अच्छी लगी कि आकाश ने कहा कि 5-6 बजे के बाद वो डिफरेंट हो जाता है। पता नहीं क्यों मुझे को वो ट्रेड बहुत अच्छा लगता है, इसलिए मुझे बहुत आई फील गुड अबाउट इट। और जब वो चाहेगा एग्ज़ाम आ रहा है तो कोई रीच नहीं कर सकता, अपने हिसाब से कर ली। बट बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, जैसे you people might have started at different points of time for this exam and you get selected. So before and maybe as Ritika had said that she has not seen any post celebration videos and all. It all depends from person to person. But my question is like before you started preparation for this exam, did you have any preconceived notion regarding that civil services should be, means aspirants should be like this, or you were the same person the way you have been born and brought up?
सर आई वुड से कि चेंजेस आए, डेफिनेटली चेंजेस आए, प्रिपरेशन के टाइम में चेंजेस आए। तुरंत नहीं आए कि कल तक मैं कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियर था और एक दिन बाद मैंने सोचा कि मैं सिविल सर्विसेज की तैयारी करूंगा तो पूरी पर्सनैलिटी मेरी चेंज हो जाएगी। धीरे धीरे ज़रूर थोड़े बहुत चेंजेस आए मेरी पर्सनैलिटी में, बट मैं था वही पर्सन, बस थोड़ा शेड्यूल चेंज हुआ, थोड़ी हैबिट्स चेंज हुई और हो गया सर सब कुछ। पर लेकिन वो ग्राउंडेड रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है इस एग्ज़ाम में, कि ओवरवेलमिंग बहुत बारी फील होता है कि बहुत वास्ट है, समझ नहीं आ रहा कि क्या करें, सिलेबस नहीं हो रहा या फिर कुछ और हो गया। तो वहाँ पे ग्राउंडेड रहना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है कि यू नीड टू हैव अ सपोर्ट बेस, पेरेंट्स हो, फ्रेंड्स हो, कोई भी हो, उनसे इंटरेक्ट करो, तो दैट रियली हेल्प्स, मतलब दैट हेल्प टू मी। और आपका जो क्वेश्चन है कि पर्सनैलिटी बिल्कुल चेंज हो जाती है, एक होता है कि सिविल सर्विसेज में मतलब डेडिकेशन बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। तो आई वॉज नॉट कंसिस्टेंट बिफोर, तो एक प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट करने की आदत मेरी बहुत बुरी थी, तो वो चेंज हो गई बिल्कुल। आई यूज्ड टू बी वेरी कंसिस्टेंट विद माई स्टडीज़, डेली पढ़ता था, तो वो एक चेंज था कि जो मैंने खुद में देखा था इन ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ अबाउट 20 मंथ्स की मेरी प्रिपरेशन रही है, तो उसमें मैंने देखा ही है।
Ritika?
Sir, like I just entered into the UPSC field right after my graduation, and in school also, in college also, I was this nerdy kid जिसको सिर्फ पढ़ना ही आता था। मैंने लाइफ में ना कभी स्पोर्ट्स खेले है ना कुछ और किया, मैंने बस पढ़ाई ही करी है और मुझे वही आता था। So and in fact I think UPSC has helped me positively in that way, because somewhere I always used to associate my self-worth through the marks that I was getting, maybe in school or college. And वहाँ पर 1-2 एग्ज़ाम होते हैं साल में जहाँ से आप अपनी बहुत सेल्फ वर्थ मैं डिराइव करती थी। आप इस फील्ड में आते हो, आपका हर फ्राइडे टेस्ट है, आपका हर सैटरडे टेस्ट है, यू आर गिविंग एंडलेस टेस्ट्स, एंड आई लर्न दैट इफ आई स्टार्ट associating myself with just the marks that I'm getting or maybe the hours that I'm studying, I'm just reduced to numbers. And I think that is when I became a bit indifferent to my performance related self-worth. I sort of established that, okay, maybe I'm here, I may or might not clear this exam, but that does not define me. So I think this exam has made me more resilient. So that is some new quality which is, it has added to my personality, which I didn't think I was before. So that
So
has
in due
worked.
course of time, you're able to detach yourself
Yes,
from
sir.
the marks
From the marks
which you're receiving.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Like I used to attach every marks that every test that I'm getting. Okay, if I'm getting a good score, I'm a good student. If I'm not, maybe I'm not good enough. So I think I became a bit indifferent towards that, and I think that really helped me with my confidence and self-image on a whole.
Ayaz ji?
So I will ask, continue with the question Ritika has answered. Rather, I have two questions. So like Ritika and Akash and all of you mentioned the importance of the test. और हम भी देखते हैं, अब जैसे प्री आ ही रहा है, अभी कुछ ही दिन रह गए, तो अक्सर स्टूडेंट क्या करते हैं, वो मैसेज भेजते हैं मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम कि सर आई एम गेटिंग 40, 50, 60 और कट ऑफ तो इससे बहुत ज़्यादा है. सो लाइक हाउ शुड दे टेक दीज टेस्ट? Whether these marks actually reflect in your preliminary score as well, or it's a different ball game in the examination hall and what you are doing here. क्योंकि बहुत से बच्चे इसी में स्टक करके रह जाते हैं और उनको समझ में नहीं आता कि आगे कैसे जाना है. और दूसरा क्वेश्चन स्पेसिफिकली रितिका, बिकॉज रेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल एंड सिमरन टू, एंड दैट इज बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ यू आर साइंस बैकग्राउंड, तो आपसे ये सवाल नहीं पूछना है. सो आई एम बाइज्ड हियर सर, थोड़ा एकेडमिक्स रिलेटेड पूछूंगा क्योंकि मुझे भी कुछ आता नहीं है पढ़ाई के अलावा. सो रितिका, यू आर फ्रॉम नॉन साइंस बैकग्राउंड, सिमरन भी, और आई एम नोटोरियस फॉर टीचिंग साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी. आज सुबह ही एक बच्चे का फ़ोन आया कि सर आई एम हैविंग नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा आपकी क्लास में कुछ भी. सो हाउ यू पीपल कोप विद साइंस, प्लीज़ ऑब्वियसली, एंड डोंट टेल मी कि सर वो नोट्स पे रिलाई किया. मतलब एज ए सब्जेक्ट आपने कैसे टैकल किया इसको, बिकॉज रोज़ाना कुछ ना कुछ नया ही आ जाता है इसमें, जिसमें कि अक्सर साइंस वाले लोग भी कभी कभार शायद स्ट्रगल करते होंगे, क्योंकि अगर कंप्यूटर साइंस वाले हैं तो क्रिस्पर कास9 वो उनके लिए भी उतना ही बड़ा है जितना हिस्ट्री वाले के लिए है. सो प्लीज़, आई हैव 2 questions.
Sir, answering your first question about the marks that you get in tests. So, I thought like मेरा एक basic ideology था that whatever coaching test and attempting किसी भी coaching का, they are making maybe they have to make 20 tests in a period of 2 months. And UPSC has to make 1 test in 1 year. So the quantity and the quality of questions are very different. Maybe because the coaching industry has to make 20 tests, they will find obscure questions. They will find factual questions to make it difficult because they have other intentions also apart from what prelims has to offer. So sometimes if you are even getting bad marks, that's just no reflection of your actual performance or what you hold in the prelims. I think just 2 things that one needs to take from a mock test is firstly, how many 50-50s were you getting? I think that is where the real game is. उन क्वेश्चंस में रियल गेम है ही नहीं जो आपको नहीं आते थे बिल्कुल भी. आई थिंक 50-50 में आप कितने एक्सटेंट तक सही अपने इंट्यूशन से, अपने नॉलेज बेस से, अपने एप्टीट्यूड से आप गेन कर पा रहे हो. आई थिंक उसमें इफ यू आर परफॉर्मिंग वेल, you're good to go. I don't think there's a problem there. And second thing one has to take is I used to read all the solutions of the test right immediately after the test, because I think that was when all the doubts were freshest in my mind. क्योंकि if I was not able to answer a question, क्यों नहीं मैं आंसर कर पाई, क्या गैप था मेरी प्रिपरेशन में, and then I used to add that to my notes. And sir, answering your second question about the science thing, for me, I left science after class 10th. No background for 6-7 years, no touch with science. But when I've attended your first class, again, you'll think that I'm appreciating you, but really, when you talked about nuclear energy in your first class, I was intrigued. I was just really intrigued because maybe I didn't like science because मैंने उसको हमेशा बहुत ही theoretically पढ़ा था. But I could see the neutrinos passing through and how you just explained maybe dark energy or dark matter, and I just honestly I stuck to it. I did not go into the Wikipedia page कि कैसे हो रही हैं चीज़ें, क्या हो रही है. I put a limit to it कि मुझे ये पढ़ना है, इसमें अगर इतना आता है तो मैं attempt करूँगी, नहीं आता मैं छोड़ दूँगी. So that was it for me.
So for the question about tests, I think it really depends upon the quality of test. If a test has many number of basic questions, yet you are getting 30-40, I don't think that you can put the blame on the test. You have to look into your preparation then. And as for the science and tech question, I visited NCRTs from 6th to 10th. I was also preparing for state civil services, so it helped me in that also. And then for every concept, for example, nanotechnology, nuclear, I used to watch one YouTube video, short explainer. Mostly I would prefer an animated video, cartoonish video explaining these difficult concepts, and I would put my limit there. So that I did.
Thank you.
This was a wonderful discussion, and it's a great experience for us to learn from the young minds, especially now the civil servants. A teacher is always a student, and we learn a lot from our students, and this is a very honest words which I am using here. I keep on learning always from my students, and now you people are the successful civil servants, and so there will be so many new chapters in the life which you will begin, and in every chapter you will find something new. So Next IAS is an initiative which we focus on the student support. Honestly, I am sharing this word from this platform that for us, Next IAS is not just a coaching institute. We want that this should be a second home for our students. Thousands of kilometers away from your home, when you come old Rajendra Nagar in Delhi, there are a lot of the problems the students face. But in such circumstances, there has to be a role from the teachers, from the mentors, from the institute, which should realize the students, and the students should feel comfort that कि someone is here to take care. कभी ऐसी समस्या आती है कि कहीं रहने में ही दिक्कत हो रही है, किसी locality में problem है, apart from the academic, so we try to support. And I'm so thankful that all of you came here and you trusted Next IAS, the most important part. And that is, your success is our reward. There's no doubt in that. Ki when you people succeed, we are happy, and that is our reward of the life. And I'm very, very thankful to the great teachers of the Next IAS. Many of you must have seen them in the Beyond Classroom program. That is one initiative which we started last year, and we have continued and we will continue. और एक बात और मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि we run an initiative which is called Sahyog. That is my initiative for the students who have lost their parents. कई बार आप जब सर्विस में होंगे, आप अपनी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में होंगे, आपके पास बहुत गरीब बच्चे आपसे मिलने आएंगे, आप डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट होंगे, कोई एसपी होगा, और उस समय आपसे वो गाइडेंस पूछेंगे कि हम पढ़ना है, लेकिन वो अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज दे आर फ्रॉम दैट काइंड ऑफ द बैकग्राउंड. तो उनके लिए सहयोग इनिशिएटिव इज सच वेयर वी स्पॉन्सर 100%. And every year I have planned to sponsor 100 students in 1 year. Are students who have lost their parents, they are economically weak and very, very weak who cannot afford. तो आप सभी सिविल सर्वेंट से दिस इज माई रिक्वेस्ट दैट कि ऐसे सारे बच्चों को आप यहाँ भेजिए. आई विल फील प्राउड टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ देयर जर्नी, एंड आई विल बी वेरी हैप्पी कि हम अपना सब लोग मिल करके गार्जियनशिप रोल उनका निभा पाएँ. So this is again my request I am putting through this platform to all the aspirants कि अगर किसी का भी अगर IAS बनने का सपना है और वो उनके पेरेंट्स नहीं रहे किसी वजह से, तो they should not feel alone. We are there to support them, और हम लोग कंटिन्यू करेंगे. और एक मैसेज और सबके लिए मैं देना चाहता हूँ कि we have seen कि how the climate is changing, and 45-degree temperature we are recording in the month of April, and we don't know what will happen in May and June. So we run an initiative which is called Each One Plant One, और Each One Plant One is something like कि जितने भी हमारे स्पेशल डेज होते हैं, बर्थडेज या फिर एनिवर्सरी, सो लेट अस प्लांट ए ट्री. और अगर आपको ट्री प्लांट करने के लिए नहीं है इस जगह या फिर ऐसी कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है, तो उसको गमले में प्लांट कर दें और उस गमले को किसी पार्क में डोनेट कर दीजिए बाद में. या इफ समवन हु इज़ इन ओल्ड राजेंद्र नगर नियर बाय, दे कैन डोनेट अस इन नेक्स्ट IAS सेंटर, एंड वी विल प्लांट एंड वी विल टेक केयर फॉर द ग्रोथ. एक अरावली हिल गुड़गांव में है, वहाँ पर एक बैरन लैंड थी, and in last 12 years we have planted more than 1,000 trees and they are grown up. वहाँ birds attract होती हैं और लोग वहाँ पर घूमने आते हैं, and it is so satisfying कि देखिए एक छोटा सा इनिशिएटिव था और हमारे मेडी जी के और नेक्स्ट IAS के स्टाफ ने प्लांट करके और हम लोगों ने मिला करके फिर स्टूडेंट्स ने ज्वाइन कर लिया, and that is something which has given इंस्पिरेशन फॉर फ्यूचर टू कंटिन्यू. सो मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि जब आप अपने डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जाएंगे तो ये ईच वन प्लांट वन वाला कॉन्सेप्ट आप फ्लोट करिए और अपने सबॉर्डिनेट्स को भी मोटिवेट करिए कि लेट अस प्लांट ए ट्री. और एक और मैं गुजारिश करूँगा, ईच वन टीच वन. और ईच वन टीच वन इज समथिंग लाइक कि आप अपनी लाइफ में किसी एक स्टूडेंट को जो बहुत ही नीडी है और इकोनॉमिकली वीक है उसको स्पॉन्सर कर दीजिए या गाइड कर दीजिए, मेंटर कर दीजिए, and this chain can be created. So that is again, and we all remember that कि जब ये last year one incident which had happened here, one of the coaching this because of the floods, तो हम सभी लोगों ने, हमारे सभी टीचर्स ने, in fact they all contributed and the institute came forward and we tried to support the parents who lost their children. और this was a very tragic incident. हम लोगों को कितना दुख हुआ था, मतलब आप सोच भी नहीं सकते. तो ऐसे सभी सिचुएशंस अगर लाइफ में कभी ऐसी कोई होती हैं तो हम सब मिल कर के कुछ ना कुछ उसके इम्पैक्ट को मिनिमाइज कर सकते हैं. और सो वी विल फ्रेम दिस पिक्चर, और ये पिक्चर फ्रेम करके हम यहाँ पर लगाएंगे बिकॉज दिस विल बी एन इंस्पिरेशन फॉर न्यू एस्पिरेंट, बट इट विल बी अ ग्रेट इंस्पिरेशन फॉर अस. एंड वंस अगेन थैंक यू एवरीवन, एंड कीप साइनिंग, कीप डूइंग गुड वर्क फॉर द सोसाइटी. And civil servants are the real game changer in the country. क्योंकि सरकारें आती हैं चली जाती हैं, one party comes the other party goes, तो ये सब चलता रहता है, लेकिन ultimately you will hold the thread of the country and वो लास्ट तक आप लोगों के हाथ में ही बागडोर रहेगी. तो इस संविधान की रक्षा करने की जिम्मेदारी भी अब आप ही लोगों की है, और इस देश को और अच्छा बनाने की जिम्मेदारी भी आप ही लोगों की है, और हम सब मिलकर के अच्छा काम करेंगे। और आई प्रॉमिस फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट IAS कि आप अगर किसी स्टूडेंट को, नीडी स्टूडेंट को, या कोई गरीब बच्चा है उसको आप भेजेंगे तो उसको जो बेस्ट गाइडेंस प्लस इकोनॉमिक सपोर्ट जो उसको हो सकता है कि अफोर्डेबिलिटी ना हो, उसको ध्यान में रख करके हम लोग पूरा सहयोग करेंगे। एंड प्लीज़ फील दिस इज़ योर सेकेंड होम। कभी आप दिल्ली आओ तो ज़रूर आइए, वी विल बी वेरी हैप्पी टू हैव ए कप ऑफ टी विद यू, टू नो योर एक्सपीरियंस। और जो आपका अपना एक्सपीरियंस होगा डिस्ट्रिक्ट का, उससे हमें फिर कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा, एंड दैट वी विल डेफिनेटली ट्रांसलेट इनटू द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन। और आने वाले जो हमारे नेक्स्ट बैचेज होंगे उनको हम शेयर करेंगे आप लोगों के एक्सपीरियंसेस। थैंक यू सो मच।